and welcome back for another American in Poland. I'm Mary Seidler, and if this is your first time coming to my channel, basically what I do is I go around Poland and I just see the sights, take you along with me, talk about the history, talk about the cuisine, and try to convince you why Poland is one of Europe's best destinations as far as travel is concerned. Today, this vlog is going to be a little bit different. We're just going to be here in Warsaw, and I'm just going to do some talking on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is one of my absolute favorite of all the American holidays. And I noticed that I've lived in Poland now over 10 years, and I've seen some of our American holidays kind of come on in, like Valentine's Day, which is called Walentinki. And I remember 10 years ago, it wasn't that big of a deal like it is in US, but it is becoming more of a big deal. And I really love that because who doesn't love love? Also, I noticed Halloween has also come in, but it really isn't a Polish holiday, so it's, you know, it's there. Also, you start seeing now, it's reklama for Black Weeks, Black Day, Black Month, and a lot of Polish people, I don't think that they understand the significance of why we even have Black Friday. And so I'm going to be answering a few of those things and also sharing some Thanksgiving traditions and hopefully inspiring you to maybe have your own Polish Thanksgiving. You don't have to have a Polish Thanksgiving, but if you want to do Polish Thanksgiving, I could be a person that can help you. Okay, joining the broadcast is Moxie the cat. And Moxie is in a lot of my videos, and usually she's helping me pack to go to my next destination. Moxie, I know you're a Polish cat, but do you know why we celebrate Thanksgiving? Oh, you don't? No problem. Let's talk about Thanksgiving. The backstory of Thanksgiving has a lot to do with how the United States was established. The first Thanksgiving is linked to a group of settlers from England who were Protestants called Puritans. They came on the famous ship called the Mayflower, and they were supposed to end up in New York, but due to weather conditions, somehow they ended up what is now Massachusetts. The reason that they came to North America was for religious freedom. By now, the local tribes in the area were no stranger to European settlers, and as it turned out, these Puritans had some nice neighbors. Farming and survival in this new land was not easy, but the local tribal groups or Native Americans were there to help the settlers by teaching them how to farm properly. As a result of this kindness, agreements were made to protect each other and to live in peace. Then, eventually, the idea for a harvest festival came about, and both sides were able to come together and share in the abundance of the harvest and food that was prepared before the winter came on. And this, my dears, was the beginning of the American Thanksgiving that we have today. Though it wasn't until 1863 when President Abraham Lincoln declared Thanksgiving to be a national holiday as a time to give thanks. So we've been celebrating it ever since in the United States. Thanksgiving is our time in the United States to get together with our families and enjoy traditional foods, watch American football, watch the Macy's Day Parade, and if you're still watching TV, maybe you're even watching some international dog show that takes place. I don't know, people like dogs. And usually your mom and your grandma or your aunties or maybe your sisters, they're all in the kitchen all day long and they are cooking up green bean casserole, stuffing. They have a full turkey that's probably been in the oven since the morning and just cooking up all kinds of side dishes and decorating and cleaning. And usually the guys are out there, you know, maybe they're playing some Xbox or they're watching some college football or some regular football. And that's typically how a lot of Americans celebrate Thanksgiving. And also not everybody eats the same kind of food, but generally we're eating, you know, turkey and have all the sides. So if you've watched any kind of like American films and you see this kind of scene taking place, it is legit. And if you have Polish relatives that are in Chicago or California or New York or something, I guarantee that they are probably, indulging themselves in this thankful atmosphere. Is that good enough? I think so. Thanksgiving is super important for Americans because, usually we don't get as many holidays as we have here in Poland. I cannot believe how many holidays that we get and long weekends that we get. And Americans typically work extremely hard. Some Americans are working like 2 jobs, maybe even 3. So Thanksgiving is a big deal for us because we get a break. And we get a break to be with the people that we love, and to have these traditional foods and smells in the house, and to have the people around us that we grew up with. So that's why this holiday is very important for us. Is Thanksgiving is about family. If you're Polish or European and you've been kind of wanting to celebrate Thanksgiving, now you know why we celebrate Thanksgiving and why it's valuable to us. Let me tell you, I'm super organized, and it's important to list out everything you need so that you stay within a good budget and you're not being wasteful and you make the best possible stuff ever. By the way, I make my own vanilla, and if you follow me on Pinterest, you can see the recipes that I actually use, and they work. The recipe I'm using for this pumpkin pie, I will have it down in the description below. If I can make charlotka, then you can make pumpkin pie or pecan pie. It's totally doable. Let's talk about some main ingredients for making a pumpkin pie. This is Libby's, and it is the best for making pumpkin pie. If you want to make your own pumpkin pie puree, go for it. And why would you have to really make your own puree? Because it is, let me tell you, it is a challenge to find this at a decent price because it's imported from the US. So it probably has a lot of import fees and stuff. And let me tell you, a real pumpkin pie, American style, like this is the taste that you want to go for. So if you want to make yourself a real pumpkin pie, like from puree from a real pumpkin, knock yourself out. But recently I found a shop online that is actually very close to Pruszków, and I will also put them down because they were so fast and super customer friendly, and they have this organic pumpkin puree. I'm not so excited that it's organic. I'm excited that it's pumpkin puree and it's going to work. And also I wanted to highlight that they have some delicious condensed milk that you can buy in most stores here in Poland as well. So if you want to have Polish Thanksgiving with a Polish pumpkin pie, there you go. It's there waiting for you. And I make a pumpkin pie every year, and it's so doable. So in the next segment, we will be switching clothes and everything, and then we will be making ourselves pumpkin pie and pecan pie, and I'm crossing our fingers that it just works out so good. Later on in this program too, I will be having friends walking in the door, and I will show you the beginnings of a beautiful Thanksgiving time, and then we'll end the vlog. And I hope that it answers your questions if you're Polish, because this is really meant for Polish people, but really it's meant for everybody. If you love being thankful, if you love food, if you love family, then you should really like this vlog today, okay? So on to the next thing. I wanted to show you what happens when you open this corn syrup bottle from Thailand or Korea or whatever. Somebody please tell me, is this Thai or Korean? I have no idea, I'm sorry. But anyway, since I couldn't order Caro corn syrup off of Amazon or Allegro because it's so expensive, I am not joking, it just is. And I'm not pointing any substitutes. I need to have like actual corn syrup. So I found on, I think Allegro or something like that, like some Korean version of corn syrup. I don't even know how it tastes. It has to be sweet because that's what makes pecan pie what it is. And okay, let's open this up. I have to show you how cute this is. I've never seen anything like it. It's so cute. Okay, so here is the big reveal. Okay, check it. Wait, just wait. Okay. Can you see, like, that's like some sort of like elephant or something? Okay, are you seeing this? And then you're just gonna pull this down and let his little nose be free. I'm gonna set the little elephant free. And there he is. Okay, I've changed my clothes. I got my apron on because, you know, your clothes are gonna probably get destroyed when you're cooking at least one time. A little bit of flour here, a little bit of something there, and also white and cooking. Just put it together. Okay, let's get that fancy international syrup. And let's put this thing in the pie. I've got the pecans or pecan, I don't know, whatever, tomato. Anyways, they are in here and they are getting so toasty delicious, and I'll pull them out in just 5 minutes. And yeah, so let's make some pecan pie. Making pecan or pumpkin pie is not that difficult. The bigger challenge, though, being in Poland or in Europe, is finding the correct pie pan. I really recommend finding a round pie pan that's 9 inches or 22 centimeters. You can, of course, try to order this online and see how it works out for you. Okay, do you remember at the beginning of this segment, I was talking about Black Friday? So really quick, let's explain Black Friday so that you guys understand why you're getting all these advertisements here in Poland and probably in other places in Europe, because it doesn't make sense to have Black Friday if you don't have Thanksgiving. I'll tell you why. For most Americans, when the pumpkin pie has been eaten, it's officially time to start Christmas. It also means that it is okay to officially start shopping for Christmas presents. So that's why after we finish Thanksgiving, us ladies, typically ladies, are going to the stores that we love, and we know that there are going to be some big bargains, some big sales, and we are stocking this out. And this has become like an American national sport. And you can go on YouTube and you can see for yourself how crazy it can get in some stores. The reason it's become Black Friday is because stores aren't going into the red financially. They're going into the black because everybody and their mama is shopping on Friday to get the best deals. So this is a really great shopping and finance day for everyone. It's a win-win. You get good gifts, you get good promotions, and stores are generally doing pretty good on this day as well. Like I said before, how can you have Black Friday if you don't even have a Thanksgiving? Because there would be no Black Friday if there wasn't a Thanksgiving. Because Americans start Christmas after Thanksgiving, and here in Europe, typically, we've got our Christmas markets and everything out, but as far as there being like an official start to Christmas, Americans start it after Thanksgiving. So that is the history of Black Friday. You're welcome. Okay, so you know, it's kind of hard to find a whole turkey here in Poland. It's not impossible, but I'm talking like a prepared turkey, just like we have in the US. So what I've been doing for the past 10 years, and this is really good for those of you who are watching from the United States and you would like to come to Europe and do like a Thanksgiving while you're here, I totally recommend it, and it's really worth it. I've done it. Is I get a turkey breast, which you can find those in any Polish, you know, supermarket basically, and I've thawed mine, and I'm going to do a brine. And I have a really good recipe mixing all kinds of spices and oils and stuff. And I'm just gonna let it sit in the brine for several hours, and then I'll pull it out of the refrigerator, and then I will bake it with some lovely vegetables. Okay, so we got the meat in the marinade, and we're gonna put this in the refrigerator overnight, and by tomorrow we pull it out. It's gonna be amazing. So, do widzenia. Okay, I want to say that it's not very easy to get cream of anything, condensed soups, Campbell's, whatever, but Poland, they have a really, really good Polish mushroom soup. So you can buy mushroom soup mix and you can make your own delicious version of cream of mushroom soup, which I've done. I'm gonna let it rest here, and then it's gonna be ready for me to make green bean casserole tomorrow. And now I'm going to move on to making my very first ever homemade rolls. I know I could go to the store and buy some rolls, but there is just something about having these like little cushy, scrumptious rolls. And I even went to IKEA and got me one of these because this is getting serious. I'm gonna make some real delicious, yummy rolls. And also, I have never, to my knowledge, used yeast before. And I got me some yeast. And I'm gonna be putting it to use and seeing how this process goes. So cross your fingers and let's make some
After
rolls.
watching many TikTok videos, I felt pretty confident I could do this, so I'm doing it.
Okay, now is the time to pull out the banana bread. And by the way, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but this is the dough. It smells yeasty. Let's pull out. Is what banana bread should look like. And if they only could invent smell-o-vision for you to have this smell going through the house right now. So let's move on to the next
The
thing.
yeast rolls are almost ready, and when you pull them out, they should look a little like this. Smacznego. I know many of my Polish friends who watch American and Poland are curious about the famous pumpkin pie. And I have to tell you, it's super easy to make. But again, as I mentioned before, your biggest challenge is going to be finding the right pie dish. You basically make your crust or ciasto out of flour and butter. Then you follow a recipe for the filling, bake it, and enjoy. Okay, let's pull this thing out. Here we go. And my dears, this is what a traditional American pumpkin pie should look like. Smacznego.
Okay, so basically that's it for day one of cooking for Polish Thanksgiving. So let's go ahead and go over to day two now as we go into Thanksgiving and we start making the turkey and everything else that goes with it and wait for friends to come. And I'm so excited to show you everything. So here we go. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving from me to all of you who are watching. Now it is time to finish up the prep work for the rest of Thanksgiving, and then friends will be coming over later this evening. I'm starting fresh off with making some arugula. I have actually already done a arugula video with my friend Marisha, which you can go on my channel and you can find it and you can make it yourself. It is so super nice to pair that with some pie. If you don't really like very, very sweet desserts, arugula might be something for you. And that's just something that my family likes to do. We have that kind of on the side. We don't really necessarily do cookies for dessert, but we do arugula. So anyway, we'll do all cookies and stuff for like Vigilia. That is cookie season. That is coming next. So we're gonna also be making some green bean casserole, homemade stuffing, not stovetop, the real McCoy, and also maybe some carrots. And all my Polish friends, every time they have it, they go nuts over it, and usually there's nothing left because it's so delicious. And of course, at about 4:30 today, we're gonna stick our turkey breast into the oven, and it's been marinating since yesterday, and it should be pretty nice by the time it's pulled out at 6 o'clock for guests to arrive. So without further ado, let's get it.
First things first, we're taking out the arugula, and by the way, this is a Polish Jewish dessert. It's filled with walnuts, jam, chocolate, and cinnamon. Many Poles ask me, what's stuffing? It's basically something that we would put inside the cavity of a whole turkey. Like you stuff the turkey, stuffing, hello. But you can have it as a side as well. Usually it's just bread, butter, onions, celery, and spices. I'll link the recipe below. We're in the 7th inning stretch, finishing it off with some green bean casserole. So here's how everything has turned out, and I couldn't be more happier. My guests are about ready to arrive, the side dishes are out, and the turkey should be coming out soon as well. I hope you learned a lot about Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and even how to prepare a traditional American feast. If you love this kind of content, please consider hitting that subscribe button and following me on social media.
Well, that's it for now on this episode of American in Poland. I hope that if you're Polish or you're from Europe, that you enjoyed learning about Black Friday and why we even have a Thanksgiving, and maybe that I could help inspire you to have your own Thanksgiving with your friends and family. Or if you make friends with some Americans, hey, say, what about Thanksgiving? I don't think they will say no. My friends are going to be walking in the door any second now. I don't want to be rude, so I'm going to say to you, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Do widzenia.
Wow.
It's on the run.
Smells so great. Cannot wait for this lovely turkey to be on my plate.
Just wait. Oh yeah.
Sister Mary, we are so thankful for you and for your cooking skills.
I'm so thankful.
This is Thanksgiving, so I'm giving thanks for your cooking skills.
Hey sister. Hey, what are you thankful for? For your life in Poland.
Oh my gosh.
And your presence.
Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful that I get to have you as my friend and you, Marta, behind the camera as my friend, and that you guys wanted to come have Thanksgiving with me. What's your favorite thing to eat at Thanksgiving?
Let me think. I think that beast over there.
Yes,
always
mine
juicy
too.
and delicious.
You handsome guy, you are going to be on our plates. Sweet potato something.
Straight from Finland.
That's right.
What? Straight from Finland.
Straight up from Finland.
And the stuffing.
Yeah. Oh no, green bean casserole. Green bean casserole.
And
Stuffing.
the stuffing. And my top favorite after turkey, of course, carrots. And most delicious
Yes,
salad.
Thanksgiving salad.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Absolutely great. Okay, I'm being a very poor operator, but anyways, this is how it looks before we start eating. After we are done, it will look like a battlefield. So enjoy cleanness of the house for a moment.
Moxie has a lot to be thankful for this year because recently she has 2 new food dishes from IKEA, not plasticky ones from Auchan. We like Auchan, but we took it to the new level. And she has a new potty box that is, it looks like furniture, and nobody knows I have a cat, but inside is where her potty box is, where all the action takes place, and she has a new place to live this year, so she's very thankful in 2024.
She doesn't look thankful, to be honest with you.
She's not really into Hollywood.
She looks angry. She looks like, what are you talking about?
Her real
Did you
character.
even consult with me what you are talking about?
Rodo.
Rodo.
This is my humble plate.
I love humility.
Skromny, nie,
It says, please give me more.
Hey people, one of my favorite rom-coms, I used to watch them sometime, was You've Got Mail, and I feel like right now, like in that movie, You've Got Mail. We've got garnish, and I just love this stuff. So, love, yummy, yum.
Mogę kiszone te